WRBD-TV brings you 15 Minutes in Augusta, Georgia, with your host, Kevin Foster.
Reach 15 Minutes here in Augusta. Kevin speaking. How may I help you?
Oh, hi, Mr. Foster. You have Beyonce on line 1 for you?
Oh, Beyonce?
No, sir. Miss Beyonce.
Oh. Tell her I'll call her back in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever one it is that you're watching this show, because I know some people can't catch it in the morning, others will catch it in the afternoon, and some people catch it in the evening, depending on what's going on here. You are tuned in to 15 Minutes here in Augusta, and I am your host, Kevin Foster. All right, let's get into some of this local news here in Augusta. First up, defendant opts to keep lawyer in Augusta cave case. Gentleman's name is David Fulcher. He's facing numerous criminal charges of neglect and exploitation of vulnerable adults. He decided not to represent himself it wouldn't be the best bet to represent himself in trial, so he went ahead and tried to get himself a lawyer. Yeah, I think that would be your best bet, Mr. Fulcher. Let's see what he was actually charged with. He was pleaded not guilty to what charges. Oh, he left 5 disabled adults to live in filth. To conduct a hearing which a defendant who wants to represent himself, blah, 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 blah. Fulcher and Heimer were charged with crimes against vulnerable and elderly task force. The 5 suspected victims and the residents of Heimer's 2 licensed personnel care home were all removed and placed in certified personnel care homes. Fulcher was charged because investigators contended he was working for Heimer, although as a person convicted of a violent felony, he was not legally employed. Oh, let's see what this violent felony was he was convicted of. Oh. Umo, 53, and her 83-year-old Daisy Oliver were killed. After his arrest in the elder neglect and exploitation case, Fulcher's parole was revoked. Unless paroled again, Fulcher will be incarcerated until 2027 when his complete sentence is served. All right, Mr. Fulcher. Yeah, I guess you shouldn't have probably tried to represent yourself. How smart you think that would have been? All right. What we got on this one? Trial begins for suspect in Augusta rape case. Jury selection began Monday for an Augusta man charged with rape. Joshua Woody, 40 years old, pleaded not guilty to charges of rape and aggravated assault. A woman in town on business June 8th told Richmond County Sheriff's investigator Nancy Clark that Woody sat next to her at a bar and the two talked. Wow. Woody went to the sheriff's office voluntarily on June 16th and talked with Clark. Woody initially denied any contact with the woman, then said he walked her to her hotel because she was intoxicated and later had consensual sex. Woody, you already messed up, dude. You told her you didn't even talk to her. You didn't even know the woman. Said you even had contact. Well, anyway, Woody gave the investigator permission to access his phone. She found images of a woman in bondage and gagged when engaged in sexual acts. Clark also found that before going to the sheriff's office, Woody used his smartphone to search the terms sexual assault and consent. Joshua Woody. That's his picture right there. I don't know what was wrong with Joshua Woody because he was screwed either way he went, man, to get involved with all of that stuff. What we got up here next? Who's this? Oh, second suspect charged in double murder at Private Eye Club in Augusta. A second suspect has been charged in the last month's double homicide at Private Eye Night Club. Now look, don't all y'all go out there thinking that Private Eye Club is a bad club. I've done shows there. It's not a bad club. You get a couple of people who do some crazy things. That can happen anywhere, at any club. You got people who whenever you get a lot of people involved, and folks just find places to cause trouble. So don't go disrespecting and going off on the Private Eye Club. I see the city already denied them a license for some other dancing they were trying to get put on in that club, and it was all because of this particular incident. But anyway, let me see who we got. Chavez Lawson, 27, of Hepzibah, was charged Friday with 2 counts of murder and weapon possession. Authorities had already arrested 18-year-old Antoine Redfield in the killings after he was stopped in a vehicle leaving the scene. December 7th incident took the lives of Jabri Dominguez and Charles Lawson III. Oh, I didn't know there's 2 people there. Okay. The sheriff's office has not released any information on how the suspect is connected to the shootings. Stay tuned, man. And here's a Can You Help from the jail report. Can you help? Please take a look at the individual that is attached to this photo, this guy. On January 2nd, 2020, on January 3rd, 2020, shortly after 3 p.m., the suspect took some Sony speakers and a microphone projector from their packaging and concealed them in his clothing. He then exited the Walmart on the Bobby Jones Expressway without paying for the items. If you recognize him, please contact Investigator Ken Waller in Crimes Investigation Division. That's our area code 706-541-4066. His print is tiny. I'll look at it on here. I can pull them up next time on the actual, what's the name? That was from the jail report, by the way. That guy. Okay, let's go. We're going to go to Aiken County. Aiken County. Aiken County Schools employee arrested on sexual conduct with minor. There's a lot of that going on, man. These perverts are coming out of the woodwork. Can I say pervert on the air? Yeah, I can say whatever I want to say. It's my show. Anyway, these perverts are coming out of the woodwork, man. They're all over the place. This was posted on January 6, 2020, the Augusta Chronicle. An Aiken County Public Schools employee and former coach has been placed on administrative leave after a Saturday arrest on sexual conduct with a minor. Now, he ain't been convicted of anything yet, but somebody evidently said that he was messing around with a minor, Mr. Kesselring. Benjamin Kesselring, 40 years old, was charged with 1 count of sexual conduct with a minor in the 3rd degree, public disorderly conduct, and assault and battery, 1st degree. Kesselring also allegedly bit the girl's shoulder as she was trying to flee, according to arrest warrants. Deputies located Kesselring at North Augusta High School, according to the report. He was found asleep in the driver's seat of the vehicle and his breath had the smell of alcohol. Kesselring told the deputies he had consumed a bottle of liquor before falling asleep inside the vehicle. He is currently being held at the Aiken County Detention Center on a $30,000 bond. I ain't so sure $30,000 is going to be enough for this guy. Said a spokesperson for the district confirmed Kesselring had served as a JV volleyball coach at Midland Valley High School. He was suspended in September as coach following a personal matter unrelated to the weekend arrest. I don't think Kesselring's going to be working in those schools. At least he better not be. Oh, we got some good news. What is this? My girl Hannah, the one I reported on yesterday, Hannah Harrington, the 15-year-old girl with her child, have both been found safe. Her and the child. They had gone missing Wednesday around midnight. That was around New Year's Eve. And they both been found safe, but they don't tell you what happened. Guess they don't really want us to know. Ain't none of our business. I'm sure they would have said something, right? Or anybody telling us what happened to the girl. All right, we got one of these stories I hate to tell you about because these people are so daggone ignorant. What can you do? Grovetown man accused of hitting woman with car following an altercation. A Grovetown man was arrested Saturday after allegedly hitting a woman with a car inside a garage. Ezra Bias, 37, was charged with aggravated assault, simple battery, burglary, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Children? Come on, what are you... Columbia County Sheriff's deputies responding to they said he got into an argument with his girlfriend and she threw a child's scooter at his vehicle. She missed and started to walk away when Biles hit the woman from behind with the vehicle and pinned her against the wall. Ooh. Damage could be seen to the rear garage wall and door frame. The woman was transported to Doctor's Hospital, according to the report. A neighbor told deputy he was awakened by the sounds of the woman screaming and saw Bias' vehicle leaving the scene. Come on, man. She hit your car with a scooter. She didn't even hit you. But y'all all need to cut all that craziness out, man. If y'all don't know nothing about being in relationships, like I said before, leave it alone. All right, this is the segment that I like to do called News You Should Know. The only reason you should know this particular news is because I think it's important to let people know exactly what's going on around the world. It ain't necessarily only just here in Augusta, but it's news you should know to watch out for because it's something that can affect you, and it has affected people here in Augusta, I'm sure, and I'll be reporting on it as it comes. Check out the video real quick, and I'll get right back with you.
Dominic Jefferson's family is letting us share one of her last public posts on Facebook, a picture-perfect proposal to kick off the new year. It captures how Kendrick Aikens popped the big question.
He had a shirt on that said, "Dominique, will you marry me on his shirt. And he gave her the ring, kneeled down on his knees and gave her the ring. And then 3 days later, he turned around and killed my daughter.
In less than a week, Aikens went from doting fiancé to accused murderer.
He promised me he was going to take care of my daughter. He was going to cherish my daughter. He was going to love her. He was going to be there for her, and he lied. He lied. He killed my daughter. He don't deserve a bond. He don't deserve anything.
Witnesses say the two got into a dispute. Aikens grabbed the gun. A witness told investigators Dominique said, "Go ahead, shoot me, shoot me." Aikens pulled the trigger, fatally shooting her in the chest. Aikens is also accused of shooting one of the witnesses.
I feel like I'm in a nightmare, in a dream or something right now.
Tonight, Dominique's mother, alongside other friends and family, came together to remember her, honor her memory, and demand justice.
If she had any fears, she never did verbalize it. As far as what I heard is, "Mama, I'm happy."
Her family says it never once suspected she was involved in an abusive relationship. They hope Dominique's death serves as a lesson to women in similar situations.
My sister was in love with him enough to agree to marry him. But what happened? He loved my sister to death. That ain't love.
All right, in this segment, I'd like to give a shout out to Tobacco Road Elementary School. I got Miss Grant, Miss Brown, a couple of teachers there at Tobacco Road Elementary School. Of course, my grandson goes to that school, and my other couple of grandchildren have went there a couple of years. So I'm giving a shout out to Tobacco Road Elementary this morning, afternoon, or evening, whichever one you want to choose, whichever one it is that you're watching. And in respect to all Richmond County schools, I want to try to give shout outs to the schools all around Richmond County, Aiken County, Columbia County. You got to understand how hard it is and how important it is for these kids to get these educations today. They've got a lot going on between bullying and all the peer pressure that's happening in these schools. We really want to start paying attention to the education. And I know it's hard because some of that stuff they send home, some of that schoolwork that I go over with my grandkid, it ain't the same math. It ain't the same way they do the language and everything. They done changed a lot of that, which I have to understand because we've got changing times. That's what they figure they need to do. They want to keep up with all these other countries. Forget all of that. I'm just saying, for our sake, we got to pay attention to what these kids are trying to learn in school. So we need to get with the program. All right? Tobacco Road Elementary. Oh, I got to give a shout out to somebody. I meant to do this to a local recording artist and singer, Shauna Dominique Harris. If y'all get a chance, you check this young lady out. She's doing some great things here in Augusta. So when you get an opportunity, you check out Shauna Dominique Harris. We had her do a show for us in our first Augusta Music Fest we did back in, I believe, 2016. No, it might have been 2014. Was that 3-4 years ago? 2014. She did the first one for us. She was pretty good. She was really good even back then. But now she's moving on to bigger and better things. And that's how it's supposed to be. You start this thing off and you move on and keep on moving up. All right, well, as always, we usually have a sports section right now. I haven't gotten anybody sent me any sports scores, and I haven't had a chance to really get in here. I looked for something. I'm guessing there was no games happening yesterday. I know that Laney's got Josie and Butler and a couple other schools, maybe another school coming up this week. So I want to try to get out here and see what's going on with them. I may even try to show up at some of these games. Y'all see me, shout out to me, all right? In the meantime, y'all know what to do. Y'all be cool.